Hi, I'm Sahil Malhotra, Director of Business Development at Qualitics Data Machines. Welcome to QCast, where we bring in our leaders, experts, and guests to talk about AI challenges and opportunities. Today, we are going to interact with Mike Fowler, Chief Commercial Officer at Qualitics, and we are going to talk to him about the impact of AI on business growth. Welcome, Mike.
So, Mike, to someone not specializing in AI, the terms analytics, artificial intelligence, or machine learning, they seem to be used interchangeably. Can you describe how they relate to each other in the larger picture of AI solutions?
Sure, Sahil. So going beyond correlating or analyzing data, artificial intelligence is more involved. So AI is about applying the more involved human intelligence to problems or tasks. So it accounts for thought processes and improving on those thought processes with the benefits of technology. So if we use the example of a doctor who's reading lung x-rays to assess medical conditions, a classic lung x-ray is a monochrome picture showing various shades of white and black to provide an outline of the inner features of a human chest. The size and density of a mass relative to its location within the human physiology are important cues to the doctor in diagnosing an ailment. And understanding the shape and the density of different objects allows the doctor to determine what objects are healthy elements that should be there versus unhealthy elements that require medical attention. Translating the series of logical steps reflected in that doctor's human intelligence process into computer programming, that's the process of creating artificial intelligence. So if we stay with this X-ray example, in general, it starts with translating that picture into something the computer understands. So we reduce every pixel of that X-ray image to a data point. And we identify that data point's relative lightness or darkness and where it is in relation to every other pixel. And that helps the computer determine shapes and understand healthy shapes versus abnormalities. Each abnormality is then analyzed in its shape, density, and location in reference to a normal person's physiology. And it's compared to other known and understood abnormalities. This allows the computer to predict how closely it matches what are known conditions. So in healthcare situations, the objective is not to replace the doctor's role, but to provide effective decision support, to help them be more effective in diagnosing X-rays as quickly as possible in the interest of saving more lives more efficiently. If you think about a doctor who's going through a long series of X-rays, maybe covering multiple patients, the ability to enhance that process to help make sure they don't miss anything, to improve on the analyzed results, for instance, in an AI program, to color code different conditions a different color, it makes it easier to call out those abnormalities in an AI assessment for the doctor to spend more time on understanding the important data in those X-rays.
That's pretty interesting, Mike. As you mentioned about artificial intelligence. So one thing can be safely assumed that artificial intelligence is not here to replace the doctors, but artificial intelligence is here to enable the doctors. Now, continuing from this point, Mike, how would you, kind of help us how the journey of AI further continues into machine learning? Could you throw some light on that, please?
Sure, Sahil. So machine learning then is an extension of the AI process. It's meant to mirror the process humans use to improve their knowledge, to learn how to do things better. So human learning occurs in this example when a doctor is in training. They may turn to an instructor or to an experienced mentor for confirmation of their diagnosis so that they can receive feedback. Or if it's an experienced doctor, they may have made a certain diagnosis, but biopsy results come back to tell them that they made an error in the diagnosis, or they may be in an operating room. They may have diagnosed one condition, and in the midst of the operation, they found that that diagnosis was wrong. Probably on the operating table, they can see why, what they may have missed. And that experience allows human learning to translate that feedback experientially and adjust their logic to be applied in future diagnoses. So machine learning does the same thing. The AI program is run against a series of x-rays with known diagnoses. The outcome of the program is compared to the correct diagnosis and recorded in such a way that the model learns from correct and incorrect outcomes. It adjusts its logic, and then it improves its way of calculating the probabilities of its accuracy. That allows the program's results then to be reflected in the doctor's assessment of just how accurate does this program think that its assessment is. And it can focus on those assessments that may have lower probability versus higher probability to make sure they're applying their human insight to whatever the AI program said. We also, by the way, work to design feedback loops into the AI program. That allows any of the experts reviewing the results to provide feedback to the AI program, and that feedback allows the analysis to improve through this machine learning process, constantly getting better and more accurate.
Right. Thank you, Mike. That provides a very helpful context for analytics, artificial intelligence or AI, and machine learning or ML.
Thank you, Mike, for your insightful thoughts on the impact of AI on business growth. We just heard Mike Fowler, Chief Commercial Officer at Qualitics Data Machines, and we will be back with more thoughts from Mike and our other team members soon. Please follow us if you like our content, and you can reach out to us at the link in the description if you have any questions. Thank you.